You know, the crazy thing is, when you see money face, fresh money, you think see your brain big. No, bro. And like first sticker there, you always go make mistakes. So that was the first time I had like big money that was given to me as my responsibility, where I just bent through. I mean, I learned from it. The beautiful thing about Klah is that the shege is everywhere. You know, by November, bro, made the car.
Because honestly, when I saw your account, I saw you as someone who is into software, AI. All of a sudden, watch it. Oh, Charlie. All right, KWEKU.
Bossu.
Yeah, Pram Elon Musk.
I'm the one.
But how did you come about with that name? Pram Elon Musk's name.
Okay, so then can I speak Pidgin or I have to speak English?
You see, the funny thing is that when I wanted to interview, I was thinking, should we speak English or Pidgin? But let's be professional. Let's speak English.
Hey, professional, then you worry me.
Okay, you make some small.
You worry me. Okay, so I used to work in Central University.
Okay.
And that's in Pram Mutual, that area.
Oh, okay.
I did it. So one day, me and baby girl, they work. I think we went to get food or something and we were walking back. And that's when I started to, I'd been doing TikTok for like 4 to 5 months. But my username was my surname, was Idumata.
Okay.
And it wasn't catchy enough. I'd like to make a presence. So I think about no with it. It just clicked me and say, from Elon Musk. Because at that time I was reading Elon Musk. There's a book, there's a memoir that was written about Elon Musk in his life. And I feel like he and I, we have the same work ethic.
Okay.
So that's one of my, like, that was kind of where it sourced from. So I ran up with big guy. I said, Charlie, what do you think? He said, oh, no, this is go for Bijon. I said, me, I'm Bijon guy. Charlie, go work for me. But I do, bro. First 3 posts after I changed my username, people start, we name this guy, we name this. Oh, like 1 week, 2 weeks inside, no way, the thing just far. Oh, yeah, keep on, Charlie.
Okay.
So honestly, it was because I had a lot of businesses in Pram at that time. Most of them were failing. But I just kept going. I said, me and Elon there, we did together.
Yeah.
Father me that.
You had a lot of businesses.
Failing businesses, bro. Proud failure.
I'll come to that later. But were they all software businesses?
No. So I did software for a while. And then I realized that you need money to actually do software. So I had to find other sources of income. So I got into food.
Okay.
I was selling food. We had a business called Banks and Tills. We sell banku and tilapia. So we did Banks and Tills for a while. So most of them was software, but I kind of needed money to be able to pay for my service and stuff like that. So I did food business too.
Okay. So just so that the people who are watching this would understand where you're coming from, I just want to tell us about your software engineering journey. How did you enter into software engineering?
Okay. So where do I start from? Okay. So I got fine arts when I finished SHS.
Okay.
I got fine arts at Tech, but I got fee paying. I was a visual art student. And I had an auntie who worked in Central then. So she suggested that, hey, look, let's Nanaki come to Central and do IT there. And it was family. And everyone was like, yeah, okay. And I spoke to my father about it. I was like, oh, child, I think that the fees in Central are much better than that of Tech. And he bought the story. So that's how I started. But I'd already been, I didn't steal the book. There was a book.
Yeah.
That's how I picked up. That's my friend lives behind. It was called Python for Kids.
Okay.
And that was my second year. The summer of that second year is when I took that book home. So late at night when everybody was going to sleep was when I would wake up and then I would do Python for Kids side by side. So there was my mom had a Toshiba. She had this wise Toshiba that she was using. And that was kind of like the house machine. Everybody they use now. If mommy's not using it, anyone can use it. So that was kind of like I don't, if she sleep, then I do or not. So that's kind of how it started for me.
Okay, that's cool. So I want to get to your businesses in a little while, but recently I saw a post about you setting up this place for Wachi. Like, why the Wachi business? Like,
Sorry?
Because honestly, when I saw your account, I saw you as someone who is into software, AI. All of a sudden, Wachi, oh, Charlie.
You know, do you before. and two that, you know, do you before. So, funny story about how the Wachi came about. So when I moved, I quit. I didn't quit. I did a slow transition from Central to East Legon.
Okay.
In September. So I was trying to get an office, and I got an office in East Legon. Funny story is the same building that Clay was in. Clay was the first place I worked. So I had a relationship with the now owner. Okay. And I told her that, hey, this is what I'm trying to do with my life. And she was like, yeah, come for an office space. I was like, sounds like a plan. So I had some money be sitting somewhere, and I was like, Charlie, you know what, let's do it. So we did the down payments. And then even before we had finalized the payments, I made a video and I was like, hey guys, thank you so much for the likes in the comment. I think I was like 11K then. Yes, okay. The day I left Pram, that day I was at 9,999. I remember I was driving a Honda Accord and I had all my things in the back. And that was the last video I made, and I was like, all the time. By the time the next day, I reached my 10K. And that's when I started fresh life. Anyway, I digress. So we came here and we had our first events. The whole place shook. I was expecting like 30 people. We did 174 people.
Wow.
All just making noise and being an idiot on TikTok, bro. People come. And then we had like a little way, like, so as the people come, we did like a startup talk. So people who are building will come and talk about their ideas and things. And we wanted to make it a tradition, but Charlie, God had other plans.
Yeah, so you talked about your businesses, and the main reason why I'm doing this podcast is because of young people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants to finish school, go and apply for a government job, go and apply for a job, and then just get paid monthly and all. That's all. Meanwhile, some people have like a lot of talent. It's not only about software. Maybe you know how to sell and stuff, but people don't want to go into businesses because the notion out there, which is true either way, is that business is hard. Creating a startup is hard. So people don't want to go into startup. They want the safe part of getting a job and then doing that job and getting paid until they retire. So you mentioned that most of your businesses failed. Yeah. So which businesses were those? Like, what did you learn from them? If you can,
Charlie, I think the beautiful thing about Accra is that the shege is everywhere. You know, shege. Okay, so when I kicked off, the first app I built was called Night Shifts. There was a problem in Central where people couldn't get food to eat after 8 p.m. I was in Central there. I was like, I can solve this. And at that time, I was doing my first internship at Klah. So I had access to the engineers, and it puts me on documentation, API documentation, UI design, those things. But intern there, you cannot do anything. You don't have any skills to show. And I said, okay. So I asked them, actually, what are you using to build it? So Python, but I should learn Flask. I said, okay, cool. So in learning the Flask, I built Night Shift, which was my first product. I think it was like 4 pages, like 9 routes or something. I was still on Heroku. And that's how I got my first introduction into like tech and business, basically. So I did Night Shifts for a while at Central. That week, we had a logistics problem. Moving the food from point A to point B was a problem. Working with people in Ghana is not for the week at all. So we did Night Shifts, and then I did another one called Press to Vote. So the SRC wanted to do this election thing, and the people were charging them, I think, 18%. And I was like, these people, they're probably going to move like 5 seats or something. So I was like, you know what, Charlie, you give me the job. And I did it with some, Charlie, let's just do this and get it done with. At least I'm building a relationship. I think they did like 40-something thousand Ghana cedis. I remember the day I went to pick up the money was 4K. I'd never seen money like that before. For me, it wasn't to pay fees. It was, oh, this is your cut of the money. I was blown away. I remember that day so well. So that's how Presto Vote came. So all of the different things I've built, they came out from problems that were either run by me or problems I was facing. So Presto Vote. And then we had another one called Presto Stay. So I had my close friend, his name is Mike. Mike is the manager of a hostel in Central. And Mike had a problem. He had a problem managing his hostel. And I was like, bro, this is no work. I can do this for you. It's not a problem. So we started building a solution together. We built. And it wasn't really forming. And I was like, look, I've tried it your way. And I want to try it my way. So that's how Presto Stay became a thing. I built a solution. I made it reusable multi-tenant. And I built it as an engineer and as a business person. And then Mike just adopted the idea. So we had Presto Stay, Presto Pay. Pay was the payments gateway that we built. So we connected with multiple providers that allowed us to switch just in case one provider was not working. Okay. And we used that as the payments gateway for all of the products that we're building. So it's Presto Pay, but it's only for Presto products. It's not a general thing. So we had Pay, Stay, tickets. So we had a couple of events. And we were relying on other service providers. And I was like, but this is money you are throwing away. Like, we're leaving money on the table. Why don't we just build a platform for us? Tickets took me like 3 days. So I just sit down and hack them. And then I wrote it out. So Pay, Stay, tickets, votes. And then my favorite is Q. Q is so starting of 2025, I was on a FaceTime call. And there was this girl I was talking to. Her name's Amma. And I said, Charlie, there was this guy. His name is, we call him Kudmiki. Do you know Kudmiki? On TikTok. So he was documenting his journey on LinkedIn, but I was very, very, very professional about it. So this is what I've done with my life. This is what I say, okay, cool. And I said, I can pull this thing off. Put myself out there. It's not work. Right? I'm say, you have to be professional about it. No, I'm not a professional person. So that's how I started. So I started posting on LinkedIn. And I was afraid of TikTok because I've seen what TikTok does to people, bro. When you are on it, you can't detach. And one day, I think I was like, you know what, I'm posting on LinkedIn. I might as well just do the same thing on TikTok. So I started posting professional content and then subtitles and all of those things, 3 videos in. And then one day I was walking to the cafeteria to get food. And I had an AI issue. So I started using Amazon Q.
Yeah.
I had an AI issue. I told Q what to do. Q ended up deleting my files, bro. I was frustrated. 3 days. I no left office. I just did office the week. So I pick up the phone. I was like, Charlie, bro. I told the AI, say, make the AI do this. The guy go G all my files and since that video blew up. That's my first viral video. I was like, wow. Overnight, I did like 14K. I said, bro, I just have to be myself. And that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Ever since then, bro, I'm getting viral videos like once a week, bro. So that's kind of how it all started. About the businesses. Yeah. So Q is my favorite. Q is our AI assistant. So Q started off as a financial manager for me.
Okay.
I was making towards the ending of 2024, 25. That's when I started making serious money. I had like 2 remote jobs.
Yeah.
Then I had an on-premise job, and then I had Presto. So I had 4 sources of income. I was making good money.
Yeah.
You know, I got into a serious relationship. I did bump my babe. You know, say Charlie, big man thing. And then I had a problem. I couldn't manage my money. So I said, I should I go figure some AI where the AI go feel be like, I'll tell the AI that I want to buy something to say no or to say yes.
Yeah.
And then to log it for me. So that end of month, I can say, oh, KWEKU, you spent 700 CDs on transportation. This girl is really eating your money. Those things. Yeah. So I ran the idea and I said, okay, cool, let's start building it. I started in January. By March, I had a working MVP. And I started making us about on TikTok. And then September, when we came to East Legon, I made a video and I was like, hey guys, I've been working on this for a while. I think it's ready for the market. It will mean the world to me if you jump on it. Overnight, I did 600 users. Wow. Now, one of the problems that I faced, which I'm very happy happened, was I realized that it's not scalable because, first of all, because of the regulations when it comes to financing.
Yeah.
And also, I managing it was it came with its own problems. So yeah, so right now we had 5 products, but now we have 2. We have Stay, we have Q, and then we have Woods. Those are 3 products now. Yeah.
I mean, so you mentioned you have 5 products, but now it's 3.
Yeah, we've shedded.
So
yeah.
One thing I've realized is that people want to create things, right? Yeah. And as soon as it fails, Charlie, they have given up.
Oh.
They have given up. Like, I mean, we have to create a culture where, Charlie, if you do it and it fails, just go on, do another one, and stay on it. But people want, if I do it, if you pick, that's all. Yeah. Okay, so currently you mentioned Presto. So I didn't know Presto had different parts. So that's your main business. But I've been seeing Presto and you talk about something concerning WhatsApp, comments on WhatsApp. So what's that part of Presto?
Charlie, that's the creme de la creme, bro. I'm enjoying building this product so much. So let me tell you the story. Okay. When we came to East Legon, we had 50K. My guy give me 50K, say, KWEKU, take 50K, take build the business. I say, bro, you spoil this money by January, go get them. I give him I tell him to give me 3 months. I'll make the money times 4, 200K. So Charlie, okay, I know you trust you, but you run the job. So cool. So he give me the money, 50K. We finished the office, and since we finished the office, 20K go, 30K. I say, oh, make you no worry. You pay server 6 months, no issue. We go run them. By November, bro, made the car. You know the crazy thing is, when you see money first, fresh money, you think see your brain big. No, bro. And like first sticker there, you always go make mistakes. So that was the first time I had like big money that was given to me as my responsibility, where I just bent through. I mean, I learned from it. But what happened was when we got to 7K, we had done one way out to 7,000 CDs. I said, this thing, if I continue to do this software, you know, go far, then when you go finish, I go make shit. I need another source of income. Plus, I'd come to East Legon fresh. If you come East Legon fresh, and Frankie's, and Flex and Licks, and ANC corner and things, bro. So I did pump. I was also on TikTok. With the girls, they know me. But the girls, they feel come my office. But if the girls come, do you want something to eat? Oh, let's go. Then I go take. Then we had a Honda Accord.
Okay.
Company car. It was my brother's car, but they ain't with the use. Bro, I did load the girls from inside and things. I was really having the time of my life as I come here. Zero discipline. So at the bump, at the bend, I said, no, I have a problem. I spend a lot of money on food, right? I need to curb that, right? Okay. And the way I like to do things is, if I'm spending something on something, I like to be a provider of that service. That way, even if I break even knowing that I didn't lose any money. The money I have is still the money I have. I said, okay, cool. So I did it one day, no way, on my TikTok, some evening, where I said, oh, Charlie, if I say, what people go buy now. In candidates comment section, this guy there, you wake up now, he didn't do anything. This guy, you fool, but we no go buy. Oh, we go buy. Oh, people they give me. Think about the thing. I say, no, Charlie, TikTok there be true. You open TikTok there be true.
Yeah.
Mokorana, 7K. So I met this guy. His name is Omine. I meet Omine say, Charlie, I want to send you PR, make you run the show for me. I say, oh, me, I go there for you. Me, if I only want to do, I want to be able to like start a watchy business. So if you mind, you could provide me. I go be middleman. I cry the middleman way. So I go be middleman. Then I go disperse the show for you through my distribution pipeline. So Moku Ranam, bro, back to back issues. The day I go collect the child, I remember this so well. I wake up 5. I left house 6. But we're going to Mamprobi to source the food.
Yeah.
I wake up 5, 6. I call your man. Your man will pick the call. Mind you, I did go by inside the go. Where I called his I think it was his mom. So I called her and she said, they don't tell me anything about any true. Wait, true. I said, bro, how? So I called Saki. Saki's my friend.
Yeah.
I say, Saki, this is the issue. This issue, how we could do it? Saki said, okay, then tell her to package the food for you. So that they've already packaged it. And then you just resell it. I say, okay, cool. Oh, sorry, I missed the part. So I documented the journey of how we got the sieve. Did you see the sieve?
No.
There's a big, okay. So we have a small vending station.
Okay.
Presto vending station. That sets me back 3,000. Okay, cool. So now on my way to pick up the food, Saki said make the woman this. So I told the woman, okay, let's do 20 packs.
Okay.
20 packs at 40 CDs was like, it don't go past 800 Ghana or something. I don't really remember. So that's what we did for the first time with our camera. And you know the beautiful thing about being young and having money in communities, they will support you no matter what, bro. If I wake up today and I say I'm going to jump off a cliff, I'll have over 20,000 people coming to watch me, bro. So there's that community support. So I told them, say, Charlie, guys, today's the day. Make people put in your orders and things. So people started text me for TikTok. Please, I'll buy the watch. Please, I'll buy the watch. We do the aesthetics and things. And I got a lot of orders. Yeah. But they kept seeping through the track, the seeping through the cracks because I'm one man. I have a large number of responsibilities. Yeah. So I said, why am I handling the orders? Why can't I just build an AI model to handle the orders for me? Yeah. That's where the problem came. I said, listen, I'll do it. So one morning, I left the office like around 3 a.m. and I made an avid. I was like, hey guys, this is the problem I'm facing and this is the solution. I think there's something I want to focus on. Instead of doing the finance AI, let's do commerce. I made an avid. I was like, hey, if you have the same problem, please reach out to me. The next day, I had 12 people. 12 people. They said, look, this is the same problem I'm having. I think something we can work with. I said, okay, God. Amazing. Mind that time now, again, like my runway be like 2,700. Bro, I don't pay my rent safe with Charlie. But I said, okay, cool. So I started to go around. When you reach out and say you have the same problem, I'll come and see you. And I said, okay, let's build. God being so good, I had 2 clients that said they'll pay 20,000 for the build, right? Okay. They'll pay 10K initial. Yeah. Okay. So I went from 2K to 20 something thousand CDs in like 3 days. TikTok. Cool. So now I have money I can fall back on. And I said, this thing, I'll build it. But they want us to build a CRM, like an underlying, like a dashboard sort of. Yeah. Before we connect the AI. So I subbed that job because I'm an AI engineer. I want to work on AI. Yeah. So I built a team, I subbed the job. I ended up working on the AI. So basically, we put an AI engine on WhatsApp. So when you text it, you say, hi, welcome to Presto Watch, what do you want? And you place the order. Once you place the order, it's now my job to do distribution. So I've done that pipeline. Yeah. The beautiful thing is we're now working with Mr. Woos, we are working with Cream Ocean, we are working with Chapets, we are working with, the clients, they want to come, like I go flex on you, giddy. Yeah. But yeah, we're working with quite a number of big brands. So that's basically how it works. It's an AI engine that's connected to a dashboard. All you need to do is fulfillment. So if you place the order right now, I'll be notified that there's an order for you. Yeah. And I'll just do the
all through WhatsApp.
All through WhatsApp. Full automation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So do you have a team of engineers? I mean, you mentioned that, and like how you guys using AI?
Charlie, team, they are not shit in Accra. Charlie, everybody wants use mine for you. So I did. So we lost our office actually. We lost our office because we ran out of money in December. We ran out of money, complete flat broke. Where I say, Charlie, the way things are going, I don't think I can keep up paying the rent. We don't want to see. That's fine. So when we lost our office, I was flat broke. And then I reached out to the people I was working with. I had 3 engineers then. I said, look, guys, there's no money to go around, right? And I don't think I can pay you. It will make more sense that the one I go take pay you, I go take chop them in, I no go sleep, I go do the work. Because I'm an all-round engineer. With the guys who then bab them go stick around. But if you know they pay people for a car, they no go mind you, Charlie. So I fired, I fired all of them. I fired 3 other engineers. And there was one guy that I worked with when I was Central that I still work with now. His name is Adi. So me and Adi did. Adi's the front-end engineer. I'm a back-end engineer. I said, we could build that. So Adi builds the front end of Q, and I build the back-end, and I build the AI model.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before this conversation, you're talking about this Pan-African AI Summit.
Oh yeah.
Would you want to just talk about
Yes,
it?
please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. So Pan African AI Summit is a summit that it allows AI to be demystified, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm part of the people who are handling distribution and content creation.
Okay.
It's a summit that happens. It's going to happen at Kempinski in September. I'm not sure of the dates, but I'll be sure to promote it on my social. So if you are curious about AI, you have any AI products you're working with, you want to connect with other AI engineers, Pan African AI Summit is a place to be.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So there's this problem that I've realized, right? So I have a lot of software engineering friends, and they are building things, right? Even myself, right? You end up building a product, and the distribution is a problem. It's a very big problem. You build it and you have like 10 users, 20 users, and you grow slowly. But I saw your post on LinkedIn. You're talking about how you used your TikTok platform to distribute. Would you like to talk about, like, was it like your game plan from the beginning, or like, because it's like you have a lot of followers. So once you launch a product, Charlie,
bro,
you're getting 1,000 users and so on. So like,
same day delivery. So
how do you do it? Yeah.
So yes, I started putting myself out there because I was hoping to get more people to jump on my application and tell my story. Hopefully that some company in US will say, oh, I've seen this guy on LinkedIn. I think we should reach out to him and work with him. Then I go feature up the dollar. And during that period, when I started posting, like I started posting as Nana KWEKU and not as the like being all professional and things. I started raking a lot of people. And I realized that look, there was this mantra I had in Central that every single person that walks into the gates of Central University is a point of making money. And it's the same thing for my social media. It's like everyone who comes to visit my TikTok is now someone I can make money from. And I said, okay, cool. So I'm going to keep growing this to the point where I can now sell my products to them. Because I had a big problem. When I started Presto Votes, I reached out to one guy, fraud guy. I call him, I say, oh, Charlie. He said, oh, he know people for TV Africa and things now, Charlie, the radio, they control the whole radio. Make I give him fans. He could promote the app for me. I said, bro, you sure? He said, oh, yeah, that I get 2K. But you see, you go charge me 2K. I say, okay, I go send you 1.5. I won't take the 500 hold, but give me 2 days. I go waste the rest of the money for you. You say, cool. I give him the 1,005. I know you're from my king, bro. Same issue. I did, there was another journalist who reached out and was like, oh, he can help me promote my things. With that guy around him like 5K, bro. Apparently, the whole job you do, the going rate was like 1,000 cedis. So you chop my butt was like 4K. but I cried there, the shiggy there, you go see him. The shiggy there, you go see him. But yeah, like honestly, I really enjoyed the journey, to be honest with you.
So you have clocked like 600 users first time on your product.
So the 600 users are clocking.
Yeah.
I clocked 600 users for the Q as a finance model.
Okay.
Right. And I did it that. So the way I sell am service, if you join, I will give you 10 Ghana. Right.
Okay.
But I had a distribution panel. I had a distribution already. I had a distribution channel. And that was B2C. So what I can promote is B2C applications. B2B is a little tough.
Yeah.
That's where LinkedIn and being professional and things come in. Yeah. But if it's B2C, I'll dance for you. I'll tear my shirt and roll on the floor for you, Charlie. Yeah.
So right now, let's shift a little bit from business. So most of the boys are doing this vibe coding stuff. I think I saw a flyer of you and Del P and some other guy. Are you done with that interview?
Yeah, for that guy in Sasu.
So what do you think? Like this vibe coding thing. Like I've seen your opinions on this. What are your opinions on it?
I'm actually very ignorant. I was very ignorant towards the start of the introduction of vibe coding. Okay. I will not lie. I was a hater because it didn't make sense to me because I've had my fair share of AI writing bullshit for me. So I think it was recently that I was introduced to Claude Code. I see Claude Code makes sense. But before that, I was against anyone. There was one guy I worked with. Actually started to do Q.
Yeah.
One guy. He's a Flutter engineer. But I needed a front-end person. Right? The guy said, you go do the front-end for me. No job. I said, okay, cool. So I told him that's what I wanted. Yeah. He used anti-gravity to do the dashboard, everything cool. And I said, oh, this graph, I want it to start from Monday to Friday. Right? He said, okay, I should give him 30 minutes. I said, 30 minutes to change the values. See, yeah. That's when I realized that your man, they use the AI they built. It's not him that's building. And I said, look, if we have a chronic problem, you will not be able to solve it because you don't understand what you are doing. You are just doing prompts into a black box and it's giving you back responses. And that's where my agitation comes from. It's okay if you are using it to build like an MVP, like testing the idea. But if you're using it to build an actual product that people are going to depend on, You need people that understand. You won't go and hire someone who doesn't know how to cook to come and cook for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really where my frustration was coming from. Is that people believe that with vibe coding they can build and build. But the sad thing is, we live in a world where you depend on these apps. If I want to move from here back to my house, I go pick Uber.
Yeah.
If Uber then vibe code down with some issue happen, I depend on them now. And it's like, bro, the thing is not working.
Yeah.
You get my
I get it.
But I've come to realize that now actually vibe coding is actually a future. I do, however, think you should understand if they could the vibe code for yourself. Try to read the code, try to understand them.
Yeah.
I don't think learning coding is dead. I think that you should understand what you're doing.
As far as you understand the basics.
You'll be cool.
Yeah, okay. You can vibe code and go.
2 days ago, I had an error. I didn't have an error, I had an issue.
Yeah.
Right. So we have a client. She said that when you place an order and you make the payment, the order is automatically confirmed.
Yeah.
She said she doesn't want that. She wants that when the order is when it's confirmed, the product quantity reduces. She said no. She wants if the order is placed, the product quantity should reduce before payment. Okay. I said, Charlie, you've thrown my logic away. Where I just tell Claude, this is the issue. Claude could do them, right? By do them, and we have an option to cancel an order. So he do them in such a way, say, when you buy the product, it will reduce from 99 to 98.
Okay.
But when you cancel the order, it doesn't go back to 99.
Okay.
Right? What's the issue? Me and the guy, they go. I tell him, say, no, you are not doing it. Do it well. You are not doing it. Do it well. I say, it's okay. We are read the code. We mean, I see the issue. I tell him, say, look, it's failing because some orders are paid for and some orders are not paid for. But I was checking total. I'm being too technical about this. Why? Sorry. The long and short is that it got the first part correct, but I couldn't get the second part. I had to go in, read the code, understand it, and then rectify it.
Okay.
But for things like this, if I was a vibe coder that day, I understand what I was doing. Otilo.
Yeah, I get you. All right, so guys, if you're enjoying this video, kindly hit the subscribe button. You can also share this video to your friends and also like it. I want subscribers on this channel if you're enjoying this. All right, so let's continue. So was there a point where you guys had to pivot? Pivot, yeah.
Bro. Mbappe. Bro, at the pivot pass, bro. So with Q like this, right? Q started off as finance. Then we went to e-commerce. Then we went to e-commerce for businesses. Pivoting, it happens. That's one of the things that a lot of people do not appreciate. Is that you can have this kick-ass idea. Oh, Charlie, I want to build AI for laundry machines. Cool. And then when you realize that after a while it is not working, people stop there.
Yeah.
Right? But then sometimes you need demand before you build the supply. And most often than not, you have an idea of a little inconvenience that you've experienced, and then look, I think this is an app.
Yeah.
We've pivoted quite a number of times. We initially started building USSD gateways, right? But we pivoted to an actual gateway that collects multiple streams. So Momo, card, cash, what was I going? Momo, card, cash. There's one last one. I've forgotten what it was.
Okay.
So pivoting is very important when it comes to building startups. Sometimes you have to pay attention. You have to also build a relationship with your customers, because they're the ones who are feeding you.
Yeah.
So we've pivoted so many times. We've pivoted.
Yeah. So are you guys looking at any investment, like getting a VC or something? Oh, but why?
No be every money you collect too. I learned that the hard way. No be every money you collect. Some money if you collect the money, it bring peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Okay.
If you collect the money, like this 50K matter, I tell you, so I go take the 50K to 200K. If like it be somebody they understand, like I go make shit.
Yeah.
I go make really, really, really shit. But the good thing is he was one of my clients actually, that I've moved money for before. And when I told him the idea, I was like, yeah, sure. Like this is money I don't plan on using now.
Yeah.
So you can have it. If you can bring back the ROI, that's fine. You don't need to add any interest on it. Just give me back the 50K.
Yeah.
That's it, Charlie thing. Up to now, I still not fit pay the 50,000. So yeah, that's my mantra. Is that it's not every money that you collect. Some money you go see, I'm like, oh, falla, bro. You are just digging a deep hole for yourself. But once again, it's my MO. So I mean, yeah, if I'm going to collect money from anybody to build what I'm currently building, there are certain params that I'll need to
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, there are valid VCs and things that give people money. And
Is that
all
so?
of that. Yeah.
Which VCs are those?
For me, I know the ones outside of Africa, like Y Combinator. But I think even Stanbic Bank does something like that. Even MTN does it for these small scale businesses and all of that. Yeah, I think I'll have a segment on that where I talk about these companies funding.
Very important. Very
Yeah.
important. I think one of the problems with with our space is lack of information reaching the right people. Is that
Yeah.
there are all of these things happening in the space, but because we don't know, we cannot take advantage of it.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. So from talking to you, I can see that you're very business minded, money minded.
Oh,
Did you?
it's now that I've grown up, Charlie. Last year I was a child, Charlie. Sorry, please ask me your question.
Did you have any mentor? Because Charlie, it's kind of difficult.
Hey.
You don't see plenty tech people in Ghana doing tech startups and stuff. So like, did you have any mentor?
Get one guy, one of my chairman be like that. Name is Kofi Jemfi.
Okay.
Charlie, so Kofi will come across, to be honest with you. So I met Kofi at where? I met him at a Paystack event.
Okay.
Right? So we had a brief conversation, and he told me about what is possible in the space. Kofi is actually the reason why I started my branching from building small things to something scalable.
Okay.
Told me about the space, told me about things happening in the space and things. I was like, okay, that's cool. Something I'm looking to. 2 years later, I sent him an email. I reached out to him on LinkedIn. I was like, hey, I took your advice. I built something. These are the numbers I'm doing. He said, call me.
Yeah.
So I called him. He said he's very impressed with the growth. He's happy that, someone in the space is doing this amazing. I should come around so we have a conversation.
Yeah.
Every time I have a conversation with Kofi, it's like a new world that's opened up for me.
Yeah.
Because Kofi has been through, you know what I'm talking about?
I think, is it the menu finder?
Hey, no.
That's
Mr. Alex.
That's Mr. Alex. That's different.
You later. I'll explain you later. You do the. So Kofi has been through everything.
Yeah.
In terms of building in Accra, scaling in Accra.
Okay.
And there's never been an issue where I've had that I'm like, oh look, this is big enough for me to escalate to Kofi that Kofi doesn't have a solution for.
Okay.
So the reason why I come Accra was because I wanted to be closer to him. People believe that you can grow remotely. In my line of work, through my experience, it's not possible. If I want to work with you, I'll not work with you remotely. If we're doing business and this was our first meeting, I'll not do it over there. I'll never do a Google Meet for an initial client introduction.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I've been doing this for a while and I wanted direction. So I said, Kofi, this is where I am. He said, okay, make a come around. So I sit down with him. Kofi, they talk to you, they tell me about more things. He said, oh, there are some things he wants to build. He feels like he can work with me. I said, Charlie, I did for you. You should just give me access.
Yeah.
He said, okay, cool. So I moved Camp East Legon. I had our first event at Nyansa Square. Kofi came around, came to support and things. And then, what even happened again? So Kofi and I started working.
Yeah.
The story is just hazy in my head. But Kofi really spoiled it for me. Kofi Jemfi is one of the people that, like, if you know me, I'm like, more of these things no go happen. Yeah, and it's all through a simple conversation with someone who's experienced and struggled in this space.
That one they need. Wow.
I swear, bro. So Kofi Jemfi was, shout out to Kofi, Charlie. Kofi's my father, Charlie. I call him daddy. That's weird.
All right. So just last question. I think in my previous interview, I asked the guy the same question. So I think at the end of every interview, I'll be asking this question. So say you wake up tomorrow, no Presto, no like maybe degree in computer science or anything. Yeah. And
IT.
In IT. And you had to start from fresh, but then you know everything that you know now. What will you do differently? So
one of the things that a lot of people are afraid of doing is building. I built this from the ground up. I built it when it was not a thing, and that is. If I lose it all today and I have to build it again, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. There are platform, Presto as a service, a value addition service.
Yeah.
It's me. I built everything, all the 6 applications, me and I built up. So if I have to redo them again, me as long as I have my Mac, I have my iPhone, I have my AirPods, I'll be cool.
Okay.
I go do them again. I
don't want to see this question. Shoot. So, say Microsoft comes. Okay, let me not say Microsoft. A company comes and they offer you like some 6 figures, like 300K a year or something. Say leave all this Presto stuff. Will you leave it?
I will leave it. No 2 ways about it, bro. So one of the reasons why I left Central was it got to a point where I'm an automation engineer. I'm a lazy person, so I like to automate a lot of things. So I had built systems that are able to take care of themselves. They just need like routine maintenance. This server needs more space. This function, you need to add these more parameters so that I can take this new data set we're working with, right? When I was there, I built like over 11 applications at Central that are actively working to make sure that the direct rate is good.
Okay.
And I told them that, look, I've built, Central is my baby, like I've built systems here that I know can take care of themselves. So I'm going to leave the systems and try and build the same thing for me, my business. And that's what I'm actively doing now. If today, I know initially, I think like 3 months ago, I had to go everywhere with my Mac. like if I did kind side, I did me and I did we code for torture inside before we just did solve problems. But now we built such a way that our systems we've actually infused AI in our infrastructure. So our systems they take care of themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So me I go left farm. Tell the key. Oh, do you know the number of engineers I can employ to work on that thing for me? Oh, Charlie. I cried. Yeah, cost of labor is not that much, Charlie.
Yeah.
Cost of labor is not that much. So yeah, Charlie.
All right.
Also, just to come back to your mentors, I did actually learn a lot from quite a number of people. So I Alex
Yeah.
from Menu Finder. You did mention him. Yeah. So funny story is I met Alex at church. Right? At the go house. Me and Jesus they go house. Jesus is my brother. So we the go house where I see, yo, who be there, Alex? Can I be the Menu Finder guy? He say, oh, Charlie. But I say, no, I forgot to talk to him. I say, hi. My name is Nana KWEKU. I'm building AI, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, let's talk sometime. And most often, Nana, when that happens, they'll give you their number.
Yeah.
You call them and they don't go pick. It's happened to me so many times. So I just did it like 2-3 weeks after. Me and Jesus, we like we enter town or something. That time's when I'm only finished. I call the guy, I say, oh, Charlie, this is who I am, this is what I'm building. He said, oh, okay. He's going to send me his email. I should send him a time invite. I said, okay, cool. So I do the time invite the next day. He said we should meet at, I can't remember, some posh restaurant. I don't remember. Where I go there, then he show up. And then I was going to ask him for advice, like, oh, teach me the way.
Yeah.
How did you do it? That's basically what you do. You say you go bend down. It's like, what am I building? I said, well, I'm building AI for food, restaurants, and things. He said, bro, this alliance, I think we should work together. We like joke. Same day we do implementation. Joke, bro. So yeah, Alex, one of the people. I also had when I started my career first and I wanted to grow, I reached out to the CEO of Koba. His name is Nelson Klah.
Okay.
And I said, oh, this is what I'm doing. These are the numbers I'm doing. I really like to sit down to pick your mind. He said, okay, sure. And Mr. Nelson actually brought my attention to distribution as a service. He said, I think he used to work at Unilever or something. And he said, the math that goes into getting your products from the warehouse to the corner shop at your area at Bawi is a big problem, right?
Yeah.
But when you solve it once, that's recurring income. And he also explained there's this pyramid, right? Is that all of the money is at the bottom of the pyramid. There's the 1% at the top, and then there's Yanum. So you want to build for Yanum, and then after a while, your products will now scale and grow towards the 1%. Because the 1%, they don't want to spend money on your, I'm making African print jewelry and things. Nah, bro, they want to buy Ralph Lauren and things.
Yeah.
But if you are able to build your products in such a way that it's head to head with the Ralph Lauren, then you can collect their money. That's one of the things that a lot of people do wrong, is that they build for the 1% that they don't have access to.
Yeah.
It's important that you build for problems in your current vicinity. Wake up one day and say, you want to build an app for Ferrari so that Ferrari owners can. Because let's be serious.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Charlie, I really enjoyed the conversation.
Oh, Charlie.
So we have come to the end. Thank you very much for your time, man. Charlie, coming here. All right.